Welcome to the Berto Show, the show that teaches you how to be sexy with your very sexy host. Okay, wait a minute. Welcome to the first official episode of the Berto Show, or whatever I call this. It's been a while. Now, I'm not gonna hold myself, okay? Last week was an ad. Sorry. But hey, at least I got paid for the first time for a video. That is poggers. Not even gonna lie. It felt really good to get money for doing something I already like to do. I feel accomplished. But never mind that. Let's get to announcements. Number one, I have officially been able to keep an upload schedule of one video a week for over a month. That is epic. This is like literally the best I've done in a while. Not to mention, I posted a pretty epic gamer skit that a lot of people actually like. Yeah, this year's been bad, but you know, I'm pretty proud of what I've been able to accomplish being stuck inside alone. But I'm certainly glad I had friends to help me with it, and because of them, the video was pretty good. Second, I now have a Discord server. There'll be the link in the description. You can check it out if you want. There's a few rules you have to follow, so follow them. I have a few ideas of how I could include the Discord in some videos in the future. So if you join the Discord, you have a chance to be in maybe one of a future video, you know? You never know. I got a few friends to be mods, so when you see them on, you know, just respect them. Except if it's Paper Star, because he's a huge asshole, literally. Imagine your name being Paper. Boring. But this is my first Discord, so it's kind of rough, okay? I'm still learning, and you get to learn and or help me, because I never know what I'm doing. Last thing, I would just like to thank everybody for 685 subscribers. 2020 has been my most explosive year on YouTube, and I know it's kind of a stretch, but if we could end the year with 1,000 subscribers, that would be epic money gamer, or at least like 800, you know? Just something to end the year off right, you know, because it's been sucked. And that's all for announcements, but back to what this video is all about. And speaking of subscribers, it seems like out of all the YouTubers, at least in my school, I have ranked supreme. There have been many YouTubers over the years that have lived, and died, and lived again, and lived for a short time, but we don't talk about them.
Hey, this is Nick's Comedy Stop.
Yet there has only been one that has been able to come close to topping my dominance, and they pee in public.
Oh my.
So today I thought I would explain what's it like being a YouTuber and how I myself do the job so well. So welcome to how to be a YouTuber. Let's get on, shall we? So yeah, I've definitely changed a bit of how I approach doing videos. Number one, I have a schedule now. Every week I post one video, and I try to stick to it. Usually this process all begins on Friday.
7 a.m. waking up really horny.
Where I upload said video for said week. And now I have 7 days to try to produce and come up with another one. And if I have to be honest, when it comes to deciding next week's video, I am very indecisive. A good example would actually be the video, You Can't Say the N-Word. It was supposed to be a solo video, but then quickly changed up to a group video, which is great because it was amazing. This is one of those videos where I had a script for it, so I had to follow it and I couldn't really improvise, which is something you should have for every video. Either way, it usually takes me Friday and or Saturday to come up with what next video should be and the idea for it. And then it comes to Sunday, which is writing. Now this you could skip, but I recommend you don't. I used to skip writing a lot in my early videos and I would just improvise. Now, improvising can be a good thing, but to a point. Like, all my old videos, I would just come up with what I was doing as I was recording it. I never knew where a video would go. I would just improvise and everything was fine. Everything just went fine. But as time passed on, I saw when I was editing all the footage, I would take so long and I would look so stupid trying to come up with what to say. Having a script for a video just makes the process of filming much faster, and it just makes it more easier to deal with. Especially if you're gonna record with people, because you don't want to waste anyone's time. Another important thing, it also allows you to like review what you're putting on the internet. so you like make sure you don't put anything on there that you might regret, which could be why vloggers always get into so much trouble. But unlike most, I am somewhat of a comedian, so I'm used to being kept on my feet, but sometimes I can get over the edge. The only and one-time example of this was in the skit Lotion. It was made when like the Black Lives Matter movement was really big. It still is, but like when it was at its peak. It was a video I just had the idea for, and I didn't make a script for it, so it was all just improvised and was in the heat of the moment. And when I finally made the video, I had to cut parts of this scene.
You better stop right goddamn there. Don't you know what happens to black men when they decide to run these streets?
Yeah, that's not the full scene. When thinking about what to say for like that whole interaction, I had Cockblock originally mention George Floyd by name. It was bad. Luckily, my sister called me out on it, and when I showed her the video, like before I posted it, thank you, Carmela. And after she called me out on it, I realized how much of an asshat I was being, and I cut it out of the video completely. That is an example of what can happen when you do not have a script and just go off the top of your head, because we humans are dumb, alright? And we need to make sure we know what we're saying before we say it. I'm glad it happened to me, because now I learned from it, and now I know I have to be careful and to make scripts so I don't say anything just terrible, because there is such a thing as too soon or too much. One thing about making jokes on the internet, you have to realize that there's a limit depending on who you are and how far you can push that limit. Sometimes you can break it, but like just not too much. It's like if I said the N-word, which I don't plan to, but if I did, nothing big would really happen of it besides the judgment of my family and friends. But if I was white, now that would be breaking the limit to sky high. Make sure you at least plan out your video, alright, and write something for it, because holy shoot, things bad could happen. Now this brings us to Monday and Thursday, which I prioritize for filming and editing. Now honestly, filming is the most tedious part of any part of a video. Don't get me wrong, filming is so much fun, but I have so little time. I'm a busy person nowadays. I got school, Netflix, and then building an addition to the back of my house of my dad. So like it's hard to get time to film, but I manage. There's not much really to say about filming other than you don't really need a good camera. You can use anything. I used my phone, and now I'm using this little cheap thing I got from Amazon, which is actually pretty good. You just have to make sure you have the right equipment for the type of video you want to make. If you're going to make a video where you're just like talking to a camera, you want to make sure you have your camera set up into a steady position, like with a tripod or something you have lying around. This helps keep the focus on yourself and without any distractions from anything else. Because if I talk right now, then there's just shaking, bro. I don't think you can really focus on what I'm saying. But this changes if it's more of an action or fast-paced video. You want to have a little shaking or movement. You don't want to keep it still. It helps keep the feel of the video intact, you know? Because if you're watching a fight scene, it's just a still camera. It's boring, you know? I want to feel like I'm in the fight scene, you know? Or at least how I see it. Also, very important, sound quality. It's important. Do not slack on that. Being able to understand your gibberish or make a video feel suspenseful with sound can make or break the type of video you're trying to do. Background sound sucks booty cheeks. Make sure you're filming somewhere where there's not a lot of sound or you have mics like I'm using right now. Let me switch from the audio to the camera. Yeah, that's not as good. Or the audio from my secondary camera. Yeah, not as good. You need a mic, okay? Or if you don't have a mic, you could use the audio from a secondary camera because it's closer up to you. But it's just, you know, you don't need high-tech stuff, okay? You just don't need it, alright? It's good to have it, but you don't need it. I'm using my gaming mic, man, alright? Just your equipment should never be an excuse, alright? I started off terribly, and I slowly got better, alright? And then look at me now, alright? At least I improved from what I used to be. As for editing, I edit everything on my phone, surprisingly, using an app called Videoleap. But Videoleap is actually pretty simple and pretty powerful. I'll link where you can download it in the description. It's only for iOS, so if you're an Android, I am so sorry. But if you're just starting out, you don't need much. Just keep it simple, and with that, you will have a video. Now it comes to the final step, which is uploading. Now when I upload, I usually schedule it to 12 p.m. or 3 p.m. You want to plan a time to upload when you know people are active. And once you have a time to upload, you just need to make your thumbnail, put your title and a description, and pow, you wait for the fame. Now, when you upload a video, just remember to be patient, okay? People are busy in their lives nowadays, so, you know, they'll come in time, you know? But those who don't comment, that's no excuse. Don't talk to me. But yep, bada bing, bada boom, and that's how you make a video. And I think I do a good job, so just trust me. I'm a pro. And then the process just starts all over again, and you just gotta repeat it, because you are a slave to society. No breaks. It's great! And that brings us to the end of the Berto Show, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to slap that like button and leave a comment, but most importantly, subscribe for more cringy content. Oh, and join the Discord server in the description. We need members. Alright, I'll see you next week, guys. Adios.